Hey everyone, and welcome to Best Smartphones Repairs. We know just how essential your iPhone 16 Pro Max is to your daily life. It's more than just a phone, it's your connection to the world. But what happens when it suddenly stops turning on or starts acting really strange? The problem might be deeper than a cracked screen or a bad battery. It could be the motherboard, also known as the logic board, which is the absolute heart of your device. Logic board repairs can sound super intimidating, and honestly, they can be. But with the right skills and tools, it's a problem that can definitely be fixed. Today, we're going to walk you through everything you need to know about iPhone 16 Pro Max board repair. We'll cover the common signs of motherboard failure, the steps involved in a repair, and why, most of the time, it's best to leave this kind of work to the professionals. So, how do you even know if your motherboard is the culprit? It can be tricky, but there are a few telltale signs. The most obvious one is if your phone just won't turn on. You've tried charging it, you've tried a force restart, but nothing. It's completely dead. That could very well be a motherboard issue. Another big sign is random restarts. That could very well be a motherboard issue. Another big sign is random restarts. If your phone keeps rebooting out of nowhere, that points to a problem with the internal hardware. Lows. Also, pay attention to heat. Does your phone get unusually hot, even when you're not doing anything intensive? Consistent overheating is often linked to the logic board. 2. Consistent overheating is often linked to the logic board. And what about your screen? If your touchscreen is unresponsive, and you know for a fact it's not a screen issue because you just had it replaced, the problem is likely on the board itself. Finally, if your battery drains incredibly fast, even with a new battery, a malfunctioning motherboard could be drawing too much power. If any of these symptoms sound familiar, it's really important to get it checked out sooner rather than later. Here at Best Smartphones Repairs, our team is ready to diagnose and fix even the most complex board issues. Now, let's talk about the tools of the trade. Board repairs are incredibly delicate and require a lot of precision. This is what a professional setup looks like. We use a special screwdriver kit with pentalobe and tri-point heads, a full soldering kit for reattaching those tiny components, and various pry tools to carefully open up the device. A heat gun or a rework station is crucial for loosening solder, and you absolutely need a microscope to see what you're doing. The components on these boards are unbelievably small. A multimeter is also essential for testing circuits and finding where the fault is. A multimeter is also essential for testing circuits and finding where the fault is. 2. Without experience using these tools, attempting a board repair yourself can easily cause more damage, which is why we always recommend leaving it to experts like us. So, what does a repair actually look like? Let's give you a quick overview. First, diagnosis. Let's give you a quick overview. First, diagnosis. We use specialized equipment to check for short circuits, burnt components, or damaged connectors on the logic board. This tells us exactly where the problem is. Next is the disassembly. We carefully open the iPhone, removing the screws and gently lifting the screen. We disconnect the battery and other parts to get clear access to the logic board. Then, we remove the board itself, which requires a very steady hand to avoid breaking any of the fragile connectors. Once the board is out, it goes under the microscope. This is where the real detective work begins. We look for tiny burnt chips, cracked solder joints, or other signs of damage. We look for tiny burnt chips, cracked solder joints, or other signs of damage. We then use our multimeter to confirm the fault. After we've identified the problem, it's time for the actual repair. Using our microsoldering station, we can replace a damaged chip or resolder a broken connection. This is an art form that requires years of practice. After the repair is done, we reassemble everything, connect the battery, and power it on for the first test. But we're not done yet. We then run a full series of quality control tests. We then run a full series of quality control tests. We check the touch sensitivity, charging cameras, Wi-Fi, and everything else to make sure your iPhone is functioning perfectly, just like it did when it was new. Why should you trust Best Smartphones Repairs with something this complex? Because motherboard repair is our specialty. Our technicians are experts in microsoldering and have years of experience with these intricate board-level repairs. We only use high-quality parts to ensure the fix is durable and lasts. We know you need your phone back fast, so we pride ourselves on a quick turnaround time. And don't worry, board repairs don't have to cost a fortune. We offer competitive and affordable rates without ever compromising on the quality of our work. If your iPhone 16 Pro Max is giving you trouble, don't give up on it just yet. Bring it to Best Smartphones Repairs and let our experts bring it back to life. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give us a like and be sure to subscribe for more repair tips and tricks. See you next time.